Good morning. This is Joy. I am your social media bootcamp coach, and I've got Brandy on the line. Hi, Brandy.
Good morning, Joy.
And we are so excited because Brandy's been in actually, she was in my test group for Instagram bootcamp. She was one of the uh, folks, and there were only three that went through my little test group, and she did amazingly well. So she's kind of cut her teeth on all these different technologies and just has been so receptive to learning everything I throw at her. So I love having you on the call, Brandy. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Sure. So today we're going to kind of dig into basically social media planning tools. And I'm only going to talk about a couple, maybe three today. And the one I'm going to talk about, first of all, is Pagemodo versus Postplanner, because that seemed to be the topic of question this week. You know, which one should I use? And I know some of our upline coaches were posting some information about Pagemodo, and there is a great opportunity to get in on Pagemodo at a great discount right now. But before you jump right into that, I want to give you the differences between Pagemodo versus Postplanner. Now, basically, these two are tools that help you streamline your posting to Facebook. So if you're one of those like I was, where you were posting, you were kind of online pretty much all day. You either were on your phone looking at Facebook and thinking of things to post, or you were just scrolling through Facebook and you got lost in the scroll and you forgot that you were there to actually work your power hour. So this is really gonna, whatever tool you choose, is gonna really help you streamline that and get you off Facebook and actually give you time to actually strategize and work your business and be with your family and have balance and all that. Instead of getting sucked into Facebook, so because it's so easy to do. It's so easy to do. So Pagemodo. So I was very curious about Pagemodo a few months back, probably about 4 months ago. Someone threw out Pagemodo. I'm like, ooh, tell me about it. So I started using it for free for about 2 weeks. And I really like the idea of having all these stock photos and having pre-done quotes. And so I gave it a test run for a while, but I quickly found that the database of photos wasn't large enough for me. And there were a few other coaches using the same program, and we were finding that we were finding the same pictures to post. Now, granted, we don't always have the same audience we're talking to. So the 5 or 6 people that actually see your post on Facebook, I'm being sarcastic right now, but it feels like 5 or 6 people. You know, I felt like, oh my gosh, we're all like little clones of each other posting the same thing, you know, and it wasn't feeling like authentic and unique to me. So I decided that I would focus on a different product called Postplanner. But before I get to that, I want to give you a few more details on Pagemodo. So Pagemodo is at a great price point. Its main focus, and first of all, Pagemodo was purchased by Vistaprint. I did some research on this. It was purchased by Vistaprint a couple years ago, maybe 1 to 2 years ago. That's neither good nor bad. Their focus is more on, if you know Vistaprint, I love them. I use them all the time for all my businesses, for postcards and marketing materials and banners and, you know, business cards. So that's pretty much Vistaprint's sweet spot. So they decided they wanted to play in the Facebook game. So that's why they bought Pagemodo. So Pagemodo's main focus is tabs, allowing you to create tabs on your Facebook pages. If you guys are familiar with that, you can only do it on a like page, your business like page. If you haven't created a business page, you should do so because, well, there's many reasons on it. If you just watch the Guy Kawasaki video I posted and any Mari Smith videos, they talk about how Facebook is not giving you as much engagement on your pages, and you will get shut down if you talk about your business and start putting links on your business on your personal page. It just recently happened to some of the top coaches. So that's why you would be over on the business page. So on the business page, you can actually create what are called tabs, which sit right under your cover photo. In the old days when there was Heyo that allowed you to do that as well, and I used Heyo. I pretty much used all of these packages, so I can tell you about them. But Heyo and Pagemodo do the same thing as far as the tabs. And the tabs just allow you to basically create another page on Facebook, but it's within that same within that same page. So you could create a tab for your 21-day challenge group, and on that page it could have all the information about the 21-day challenge groups and pictures, etc. That's what Pagemodo allows you to do. In the old days, those tabs would show up right underneath your cover photo, and you could have multiple tabs across. These days, Facebook has hidden those tabs. Downside to using Pagemodo is that they're under this tab called More. Now, I don't know about you, but when I'm on someone's business page, I never, ever click on that More page. And that's where all those new tabs are hidden that you create in Pagemodo. The workaround to that, if you decide to use Pagemodo, is that you would grab the URL when you click on the More and you find the tab that you want people to go to. It has a URL that's specific to that tab. Grab that tab, promote that page on your main page, on your timeline, on your business page, and grab that URL, put it in the URL, put a photo or a video there and say, hey, 21-day challenge group is starting, information is here, apply here, if that's what your tab is all about. Basically, they click on that link, it bumps them to your tab, as opposed to them actually physically clicking on More, finding the tab. I don't know, Brandy, do you think people are actually going to that effort when they're on your page to find that tab?
No, in my experience, I definitely do the same thing. I wouldn't go drill down through More unless I'm specifically digging on somebody's page that they've told me that there's something there.
Yeah.
I'm really not going to go down, and I've played around with it as well, and that was kind of my disappointment on that perspective.
Yeah, and I think it was really great intentions when they added those in when Facebook was playing nicer and, you know, allowed you to see those tabs, and now everything's kind of hidden and they really make it almost feels like it's a blog the way they set it up, where you have all these different navigation tools under the cover photo. Well, I'm just there to look at the timeline. I'm there to see the most recent picture that's being pushed to me. I don't spend time on someone's page looking at all their other sections. So it also has a posting feature, which allows you to post and schedule some posts, but it's not that robust in my opinion. It really has a limited feature set and a limited availability. Not as much as Postplanner. So Postplanner is one I've been using for about 6 months, and I'm really diving deep into it and going to be doing much more with it. But every Sunday I spend about an hour and I post for the entire week. Just takes me an hour. And it allows you to schedule from directly. What's neat about Postplanner is that it's an app within Facebook. So it sits on your left-hand side of your bar once you install it. It sits, I'm going to show, actually, let me just show you guys. I'm very much a visual person, as you know, Brandy. Once you install the app, you get to have it right on your navigation bar on your left-hand side. So let me find my screen here that I can share with you. Okay, tell me when you see it. You should be seeing it about now. Brandy, do you see it?
No, there it goes.
Okay, cool. Okay, so do you guys see Postplanner on the left-hand side here?
Yes.
Okay, that is how you access your Postplanner. So you don't have to actually launch a separate application. You can just grab it right here. So on Sundays when I have my little reminder to schedule my post for the week, I go right here. Now I have what's called the Guru package, which is the level 1 package. I'm getting ready to upgrade to the level 2 package, and I'll tell you the differences here in a little bit. Okay, so basically what's cool about Postplanner that you may see immediately is that you don't have to come up with all the genius ideas. They've got status ideas, viral photos, and trending content. And then there's another menu that will load here in a second. But for status ideas, those are those prompt questions that you have seen other people post about, like, you know, what's your favorite day of the week? Or if you could choose a private chef or a housekeeper or a whatever, what would you choose? Those are awesome because they get people engaging on your content. So let's go to, so under status ideas, you have questions. So here's one that you could post right now. What is your favorite thing about someone in your family? What's the first book that pops into your head? On average, how many hours of free time do you have every day? So if you don't like any of those three, just click see more. I mean, it just keeps scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. So let's say, let me find one. Who is your favorite author? I'm going to do that one. What's cool about Postplanner is that you can either put it in your queue. You can set up a queue, which allows you to set up on, you know, on Mondays, I will have a regular post at 9 a.m. and then at 12 p.m. I will there will be a photo that's posted to my timeline, and then at 5 p.m. there'll be a video or a link that's posted. So you basically load your queue with all this information, and then you put it in your queue right here, and you set up your queue schedule right here. First, you set your queue schedule up, photo, video, link, or just a status post, and then you just put stuff in your queue, and it tells you, it'll start distributing it amongst the days of the week that you've defined. You know, I basically go 7 days a week for my queue schedule, and I post at 7:15 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m., and then sometimes I go in and organically, I just randomly post. I, you know, do my own manual post as well. So let's put this in the queue. So you can queue it or you can schedule it. And schedule it means like post it right now or post it in an hour from now, where you define it, and it basically adds it on top of whatever you put in the queue. So if I just put it in the schedule, and then right here, you can actually, what's cool about Pagemodo is that you can create lists and pages that you post to. So I've got all these accounts that I could add in. These are all my groups. So if I wanted to add in a post every day to my 5-day Fat Blast group, much like you would do in Hootsuite, you could pre-schedule that and queue it all up and have it all ready to go. So that would add it right there. Or I could just put it into my profile page and then my like page and maybe my social media bootcamp page, which is right there. So you get to choose the list, and the list, you can have more than one page attached to a list. It's much like creating a group. They just call it a list. So I'm going to call this Joy's 2 pages. So basically that status post about what is your favorite author will go to both of those pages at the same time. If you'd like to keep those pages distinct, then you would just decide to post it to one or the other page, and you can remove a page just by clicking on it. Or if I say quickly, I want both of these to see this, I'm going to put it in the queue or in the schedule right now, and it's going to go. Now, what's cool about Pagemodo is that you can repeat a post. So I do this every week. I have a post that repeats every Sunday. It's just an inspiring quote. And it's, you know, something that you would want to ask someone on a monthly basis, because keep in mind, not everyone will see your post when it hits the first time. So it's perfectly okay to repeat a post if it's very like inspirational or very thought-provoking. So let's find something that might work. Like maybe if you could meet anyone for dinner tonight, what would it be? If you clicked on the repeat right here, can you see that, Brandy?
Yes.
Okay, so I could repeat that post every 2 weeks. I'm going to say every 14 days. And so if you can meet anyone for dinner tonight, So I think I would definitely keep it at a little earlier in the day. So instead of 9:45 a.m., I'm going to post that first thing in the morning, 7:45 a.m. So you can determine that. And then I'm going to put it in the queue. And I'm actually going to put it to both of my pages. So that's my business page and my personal page. And now I'm going to put it in. And I could stagger the posts. This is really cool. The stagger means that it'll hit one page first and then hit the other page second. And so I'm going to stagger these posts. That's just in case people are looking at both of my pages. What I'm finding though is people will just go to one of my pages. They're not bouncing between both pages, but I'll go ahead and stagger those two by 15 minutes. So now you can see it's in the queue, and every 14 days that post will show up on my wall at 7:45 a.m. Those are just the questions. You could do ask for likes or comments. This is really cool. Click like. You know how I've been teaching you guys on Instagram to really ask people for their opinion and ask for a call to action. And so this is it's the same idea as questions, but it's got a call to action in it. Like click like if you walk or run in the morning. What a great, what a great post. So let's say you do that one right there, but you want to add a photo to it. Look at this, you guys. Design with Canva. Nirvana. I mean, to put Canva with a scheduling tool is genius. So let's see. So I could design with Canva. It's going to open up Canva for me. What's cool is it'll connect to your Canva that you already have installed on your, that you use. And you guys are all familiar. If you're not familiar with Canva, get Canva. It's on your desktop. I don't think they have it on your no, they don't have it on your phone yet. I think they're working on it as far as I know. Brandy, have you heard anything on that?
I have not. I actually have it on my calendar once a month to check to see if it's out there.
Very cool. Okay, so I can upload my own images. I use my Facebook photos, which is really cool, or I can just click on search 1 million images, holy moly, and I could search for a picture of a walk, a runner, something like that, Let's see if I have anything loaded. I think I had one of running somewhere, but let's go for a purpose of time. Let's just type running and let's see what it comes up with. Do you see how powerful this is, Brandy?
Yes, it is, definitely. I like that.
I love it. And this is kind of cool, just maybe a generic without a person, because sometimes the stock images look too much like stock, right?
Right.
So, and you're going to add some text over it. Okay. So here's all of our little fun text options. Let's add that. And of course you can change the colors. I mean, Canva is just amazing. It's got so much, and they're just scratching the surface of what they're going to be doing, I know, because they've seen it take off like crazy. So let's go with a nice green, bright green, and then maybe walk or run. Something like, I don't know what happened to it. Hold on. Try that again. Do you walk or run? And then stretch it out. Looks like I might have two here. My computer's a little slow. Here, let's trash that one. Let's do one that's a little easier to read. Let's just do add text. Do you walk or run in the AM? So you got that there. Change the font, make it a little easier to read. Make it a pretty color or a brighter color. Make it big. Remember, on Facebook, you want it to grab their attention pretty quickly. Put it right there. Publish. So I happened to choose a photo that was not free. So on Canva, sometimes the photos are not free, and you could add that to your library for, I think, 48 hours you get to add it. But because I don't want to pay for a photo, there's too many cute ones out there you don't have to pay for. It's a matter of just finding. If it says $1 by it, that means it will be $1. They should have an easier way, though, of telling you which ones are free. Don't you think? Okay. So let's try jog. Same photos. Okay. Run. Huh. Let's go to my uploads because I know those are free. That's my son. How about just this one? We'll just do this one. Okay, so you got this, and it's, you know, it works because it's got someone pointing towards the screen. And then you would add in your text again. So let's find something that we could add in our text. This will work really good. Walk. Let's just make it shorter. Walk or run. Okay, so that's going to grab their attention. I don't know what happened to it there. I think I clicked too quick. It's not the program. It's probably my computer slowing down a little bit here. So walk or run. Okay, I'm using Canva, remember, right now, which is part of Pagemodo. It allows you to use Canva. Click outside of it. I don't know what happened to it. It's there somewhere. And for the sake of time, let's just publish it. Let's see what happens to it. The other thing you could do is publish it in Canva before you even start Pagemodo. That would work, but it really works well to use Canva within Pagemodo. So there, oh, it worked. Put it right over my face. That's good. Okay, so here's your call to action. Click like if you walk or run in the morning, and then walk or run. And then I could choose the list it goes to right here, and then I could just schedule it, and it'll go in the schedule right there. So I really literally only spend an hour each week doing this. And I try to get, in terms of the post, I try to do, you know, at least 2 or 3 call to actions per day. And then I do a picture, and then what's really I'm going to work on, and I highly recommend you guys do, is work on adding videos into your queue, whether it's your YouTube videos that you've made or you have other videos. Now those are just, so far I've just shown you questions, ask for likes. Now, the next one is fill in the blank. This is really, really good to get people engaging on your page. The whole idea is, even though you're a Beachbody coach or you're a Mary Kay expert, you don't want to be talking about your business, even on your business page, a ton. What you want to do, and this is what all the experts say, is you want to just get that engagement going, so you'll sandwich in your business between the posts that get the ton of engagement, because the eyeballs are already on the page. So basically you do a call to action, you look at your engagement. If the engagement is up, your next post would be something about your challenge group, or something about a tip about a program or an exercise, still educational, still offering value, but rarely would you see something that's really hard hitting and asking for the sale. do that very infrequently and do more of the add value more frequently, and you'll see your post engagement rise. And what's nice about Post Planner that Pagemodo does not have, and I don't think they even have the ability to do this right now, is all these ideas that you get right out the gate. And think about using these ideas with a photo, because we know people are so visual. So even though I really like all these, what I would love to do is find a photo to put in the background on this text, because then you're going to have two things. You're going to have a call to action with a beautiful image. Those two are you know, those two are basically the best that you can have. Then, speaking of images, this is how you attract tons of people to your pages. Go to the viral photos, and it automatically pulls up any viral photos, okay? So it shows you right now what the viral photos are right now this week. You can go this month. So this month, these are the most viral photos happening. 12,000 likes, 67.9 thousand shares on this one. And that's what you want. Your affinity goes up, which is how much Facebook cares about you and pays attention to you in terms of giving you more eyeballs on your pages, is when people like, comment, and share. Think about that. So find something that, one, aligns with your brand, that people won't go, holy moly, why is she posting, you know, the picture of those people doing that freaky dance when that's not even your brand. Post something that really gets in your lane in terms of that. And the way you find what's in your lane is to be able to search on different fields. So you can search for Facebook pages that you want to use. You can search for awesome quotes right here. You can search on engaging photos, which are really cool photos that really are impactful and in your face, like never let the things you want make you forget the things you have. If you like that photo, you just click on share this photo. Again, assign it to your pages that you want it to be seen on. And right now I'm pretty much doing it to both pages to build my likes on both pages. And then I throw it in the queue, okay? When you share a photo from from Post Planner, you get to share it as Marie Forleo's photo, or you can post it as a timeline photo, either or. That's weird. Someone just walked past my window. I think it's a city person, maybe, checking our drains. So I usually post it as the author's photo, just because it seems like it just makes sense to do that. Post as a timeline photo means that it shows a link to the photo, as well as, hold on one second. That was actually a cop. Can you guys hold for a second?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, everything okay?
Yeah, just neighbor's alarm was going off, and it doesn't look like they're home, so nice guy. Okay, so where were we? So I'm playing around with sharing as the author's photo versus sharing as a timeline photo. I'm just, if you can do analytics on this page, like real-time analytics, which again, Pagemodo doesn't have. So there's just like tons of stuff that Post Planner has. I mean, I'm so excited to tell you guys about this. Look at all the, like these up here, beautiful photos. Now, one of my coaches, Sue Edie, and some of you know her, she loves posting these. Now, check these out. They're so beautiful. You know, and then she'll ask an engaging question like, she'll say, "Oh, this is on my bucket list. You know, how many of you have been here?" And some of these photos are too pretty almost to put text over. So be respectful of some of the photos and don't just throw text over them. My kids always say, "Why do you have to put text on every picture, Mom?" So make sure that the picture has a life of its own as well. Some pictures can, say the message without the words, but you can definitely put the text in. Now, what I've done recently, you guys, is I've been able to add in things that Facebook pages that I want to post from, which is really cool. So if you go up here to the little Facebook icon and you know of a Facebook page that you love, like for instance, I just started following Do You Yoga because I'm really getting into trying to do more yoga. So I love their posts on their page. They align with my brand. They're very inspirational. I'm going to go there. I'm going to come back to Postplanner. I'm going to add that URL. So basically I just copied. Oops, it didn't add in. Try it again. Copy and then go back to Postplanner. Remember, Postplanner is inside your Facebook once you install it. And I'll teach you guys how to do that. Do You Yoga. Okay. Now it's pulling up all the feeds from Do You Yoga. And look, it's down here now. Do You Yoga. I'm going to pull it up right here. And I have all kinds of fun folders I can pull from. So you guys never, ever should be ever out of ideas on what to post. You can reshare. You're basically resharing these photos within your feed, okay? So I look for things that have a high number of likes, a high number of comments, and a high number of shares, because more than likely they're going to be shared from your page. Ooh, this is perfect. Having a soft heart in a cruel world. Oh, I love that. And I'm just going to throw it in the queue. So even though I just put 2 photos in the queue, it's not going to release those photos at the same time because I set up my queue schedule. Remember, that's something you do right away, is set up your queue schedule right there. You can create folders for, just like these are in folders, you can basically create a folder of, let's just call this yogis or something, yoga. So I'll probably find some more yoga pages that I really like, and then I'll drag and drop. I'll put Do You Yoga into that folder. So it's just a matter of organizing this so it doesn't get too long. And like any social media stuff, I'll put in a folder as well. Like I could create a folder for social media because I watch a lot of social media pages and learn from the experts. So down here is your social media folder. And then Amy Porterfield is a social media guru. Gary, this one. So you can see how quickly I'll clean this up. Mari Smith, put her down. Anyways, you drag and drop. Body Rock TV is like a workout. Lots of different things. So it's up to you. This is where you build your brand. This is where you build your library, in addition to having just, like I said, a ton of viral photos. Viral photos is where I would say start with viral photos and then add in your own photos as well. Use your status ideas for things to overlay on top of your photos or any stock photos that you find, and then use Canva. Here's the bulk tool. We were talking a little earlier about Hootsuite versus some of these other tools. So Postplanner, once again, has a tool very similar to Hootsuite, where if you're running a challenge group and you want to pre-schedule all of your daily posts so that you're not sitting at the computer at 3 a.m. in the morning to make sure that your posts get seen by those on the East Coast, you can pre-schedule them by uploading an Excel file, and it's very similar in the format to the way Hootsuite does their Excel file. You can download the sample right here, and then you just, bulk load into Excel and then pop it in there, and then choose the group that you want to put it in. So I would choose one of these groups that make sense to that challenge group. So that's really cool. The other thing that I love that I just learned last month and I've been using religiously, and it's working fairly well, and I'll tell you why it's not working 100% just yet, but it's called the RSS feed, which is basically most blogs have a feed that allow people to subscribe, and then anytime that user updates their blog, it sends them a notification that there's a new post. Well, one second. It's got a big bark. Okay, so the RSS feed I did from Beachbody's website. So Beachbody has a ton of recipes, workout videos. So I found their URL for their RSS feed by just going to your own Beachbody website and finding the URL, and then adding it into basically right here, the blog. So if, I'm not sure if I think mine's set up. If I wanted to add my own blog in, I could try to add it right here. This is where I added the Beachbody URL. So mine's not set up just yet for RSS. Any feed that you have or that you subscribe to, you can add it in right here, okay? So if I had the Beachbody, I think it's this one right here, teambeachbody.com, Team Beachbody blog /feed. That adds in every time, and as you've seen on my pages, Beachbody is, you know, I'm constantly having posts from Beachbody. There's just a little glitch in the way Beachbody has set up their feed, because every so often I'll get a dead post, and you guys have seen that in our social media bootcamp group. I had made the list for Postplanner, and I added in social media bootcamp as one of my recipients of the Beachbody blog. I didn't mean to do that. I need to fix that. So every once in a while, you'll see this weird dead post, teambeachbody.com, link not found, and I always go back in and try to delete those. That's something to do with the RSS feed. It's nothing to do with Postplanner. I talked to their support group. So I just need to do some behind the scenes talking to support about that and show them a screenshot, and they said they can help figure that out. But it's really, really great if you guys do have blogs to set your blogs up as RSS feeds and then load them into Postplanner, because it basically solves the problem of you having to go to your blog, grabbing the link from your latest blog article, coming back over to your Facebook and posting it on your Facebook pages. It automates all of that process for you, and it makes this great little circle of you feeding great content that's already written, you don't have to rewrite it, into your Facebook, social media, which has a link, which pulls them back into your blog, which is where the relationship would start, you know, where you can actually have a conversation. So that's how that works. Now let's go back to Postplanner. You can post links as images, which we talked about, which is, you know, allowing the link to show, or you can post them as an image, which is what I showed you with that one picture. Trending content. So trending content means what is trending now. This is really cool because this is like what's most popular. You definitely want to, again, as I know I mentioned this before, but really focus on these three areas. Find the trending content that aligns with your brand and start scheduling it into your queue if you use Postplanner. And the list, I mentioned that you can post to your list, which are basically any of your pages that you group together into what they call a list. You can think of it as a group. You can target fans. This is really, really cool. Okay, so let's do a trending content. So on trending content, I could search on these different areas. Facebook, this one is a URL, I believe. This is Twitter, and this is a blog feed. Those are different ways to search for more content. But right now, I want to search for something. Let's see if there's anything on hormones. Top 10 superfoods right here. I want to share this link because it's this one right here, top 10 superfoods for a no diet detox. So here is your opportunity to ask a question. Which of these superfoods do you love? So that's that. And then I can show my share bar. Okay, before we get to the whole idea of targeting, share bar is something that comes with Postplanner. That means that the share bar has your information in it. So it's not just that it says from Postplanner, it actually will allow you to have your logo and your information, which again is huge on branding, and none of the other programs are doing that right now. Right here, this little button that says target. Choose a target. This is super, super important for as you grow your business, and when you know what your target audience is, this is where you start choosing. Okay, you choose the language, you choose a gender. I know my target audience is between 30 and 65 years old, and they're female, and they live in the United States. United States, and the region all over the US is good. My target audience is a alumni, meaning they graduated. And they're more than likely married. So you can see how this starts to narrow down. And so this is women ages 30 to 65 US. I can save this target. And then I can just let it be shown to those women that fit that target market. And the nice thing about that is most women in that target market would relate to an article like this. Throw it in the queue. Oh, press done, and then queue. So that will be shown to that target audience with Facebook's algorithms, whatever those are. Still trying to figure those out. They change every time you figure them out. Okay, so that's that. And then let's see. So there is some analytics built into this. I think it's right here. Maybe. And while it's loading, I mentioned the repeating posts. Those are really, really huge because it basically saves you a ton of time, and you only want to repeat, you know, maybe 1 or 2 posts a month, but they're posts that you've seen get great engagement on. It's funny, I post the same post every week on Sundays, and every time I get either the same people liking it or new people liking it. So it's like they haven't seen it before, or they can't recall where they've seen it, or they still like it, which is nice. In terms of support, you get a couple ways of online of support with Postplanner. They have an online support team that is around the globe. So if they're available, they will be, whenever they get online, they check any chat messages, and they've been really, really responsive to me. The higher up in the level of plan you go, the more support you get. Like you get immediate support, or you get support on an as requested basis, as whenever they're available. And I'm not at the highest level, and they respond to me really, really quickly. They send me emails. There's also an email support, so you can send emails, and they're super responsive. Like I got an email within 5 or 10 minutes on that. So I think that's it as far as Postplanner. So the features are that it's super robust. It has a huge database of content, and they're continually adding to that content. It has an online academy that you go through right here. And it's very cool because it walks you through and kind of checks you off as you learn the process of going through, setting up your queue and setting up your list. Super important to do that. And yeah, this is all I use. So I'm totally sold, as you can tell, on Postplanner. I just, and I've seen them all and tried pretty much all of them. And I wouldn't tell you guys that I would recommend something unless I totally believe in it. And I totally believe in this. And I just like their philosophy. I like their support. And I like the fact that I can be the creator of this as well and bring in my own content and then add the Canva overlay stuff to it and do my stuff in Canva, and then be able to pull in all these different Facebook pages, you know, have trending content, viral photos, things that would take us forever to think of or to find on our own. Just think how much time it would take you to find, you know, go to Google, find all of those, make sure they're licensed and free to use. You know, this is all the homework that Postplanner has already done for us. So it is well worth that, what I consider an investment in your marketing. This is a marketing expense that you write off in your business. So there's different plans that I know of. You can try the pro version. If you go to, I'll put the link in that's the support there. But if you go to like postplanner.com, right here, you'll see this, but I'll give you the link because I do have a sponsor link. You can use it or not use it. It doesn't matter to me. But these are the plans. But down here it says, or try our pro app for free. So you get to try it for free for like, I think a month, maybe a couple weeks, but I thought it was a month. Guru is $29 a month. That's what I'm on right now. So if I just take you quickly and show you, I want to show you my business page really quick so you can see it in action, because you haven't really seen it in action. Let's go to my home page first. Brandy, you have any questions?
Have you exclusively gotten away from using Hootsuite for anything anymore?
Pretty much. Yeah, when I saw this like bulk upload, I'm like, shoot, where's my Hootsuite payment? I'm canceling that. I'm like, I'm done with that. That's like, I forgot what I paid for Hootsuite, $14.95 a month, I think.
Yeah, it was something like that, and that's why I was getting to the point like you. It's a great tool for scheduling, but it doesn't offer anything else.
All that other stuff.
Right.
That's the thing, and you know how we're like, oh, if this one just had this, and if this one just had this, it'd be like it. It'd be the golden ticket. So far, knock on wood, Postplanner keeps delivering on all those little extras that I wanted. So yes, it's more than $14.95 a month. It's $29.95. But if you piece together all my payments to all these other social media planning tools, I'm paying more than the master, the next level up. So that's why I'm going for the next level up, because I get more posts per day. With the Guru plan, I think you get 50 posts per day, 25 or 50, which is huge. But you can post over 100 posts a day to different pages with Postplanner. You can add a team of people to your page. So let's say you had a virtual assistant helping you out and you had some of your teammates on the same team page. They could be posting using that same package as you. So let's say you had them using it to post to a group page that you guys all co-manage. That would be a way of distributing, you know, one license basically amongst your team. Okay, so I'm just taking you quickly. This is my profile page. This is my business page. Cute little kid. Okay, on my business page, see that more? That's where Pagemodo plays right there. If you had a tab, you'd have to click that, which I don't. So already posted by Postplanner 25 minutes ago, I've reached 35 people right there. I could boost this post, which means kind of like doing an ad for the post. And Summer's already replied on it. Thank you, Summer. 10 basic poses you can do. This again, you can see posted by Postplanner. I didn't use my share bar on any of these, which again is something I've got to start doing because I want to brand myself as well. It won't delete the Postplanner, and I'll tell you why. About a year ago, they allowed you to just have your name underneath for a certain price. Obviously, you'd pay to upgrade just to have your brand on there, and you didn't have to have Postplanner on there. Facebook shut that down. They didn't allow any apps to do that anymore. They just don't allow that. They have to, they just, it's just something they do. So the workaround with Postplanner is that they have that share bar, which again, you just need to check into it. It is in the Guru plan, which is the basic plan, which is really cool. And you can add your logo, and I believe you can add your URL so that it constantly keeps in the mind of the user where to go for more information. So this is actually not an article that I wrote. If I wanted to spruce it up a little, I would have saved this image and then written over it, maybe right in this corner. If you find a good image that needs a little more explanation, you could, add a little bit more text to it. This one I found on Postplanner. And you can see the engagement keeps being consistent. I'm not getting 5 or 6 people like I was before. This is an organic post, meaning I personally obviously took that picture. I didn't load it into Postplanner. I could have, but I didn't. I just posted it on the fly. I used word swag to enhance it. So you can see 90% of my posts on this page are coming from Postplanner. That one was organic. So I'm getting, even on my organic post, I'm getting more posts than I would have before I had Postplanner. And I'm interspersing my faith, my fitness, and food. Pretty much, that's my brand. So find like 3 or 4 things that resonate with your brand, and then go to Postplanner and find all of those topics in Postplanner, add in the URLs from different Facebook pages, and then go for it. But I highly, highly recommend, consolidating your efforts, minimizing your time on Facebook, because it just, it can get away from you really, really quickly, and you forget what you were there to do. Does that sound good?
That sounds great. Thanks for sharing. I really appreciate that.
You're very welcome. I thought, I just I got to share this stuff with you guys. You got to know this. 1 second, let me take the share off here. Any questions about Facebook? Well, I got you. Are you guys feeling, Brandy, are you feeling the kind of the pain of Facebook kind of taking away all of our friends, being able to see our stuff?
Yeah, that's definitely been a challenge. And even just trying to share that with people, I do a volunteer work, and just trying to get them to understand why it is that they don't see things. Well, you didn't post it soon enough. I'm like, I posted it 4 days ago, but you're just now seeing stuff. And I've had that conversation before. I'm not a big sports person. So, the football game comes on Sunday, I would just get off of Facebook, and that was okay. Yeah. I didn't have to see any posts about the big game on Sunday. Well, okay, here it is a few days after, and I'm just seeing original posts about the game on Sunday. So it's like, it's kind of frustrating. So definitely it makes it challenging if you're posting something that is more time sensitive, like, 1 more day to join my 5-day group. Well, that 1 more day you posted might have been 5 days ago when it got posted, because of how the sharing works. So definitely it makes some of that more challenging, and makes it even more critical to make sure that you have that higher engagement with your key followers.
Exactly. The other thing you can do that I just thought of while you and I were talking is that on the middle level plan, that's I think $49 a month, you can add in an opt-in. So you got an opt-in for your 5-day Fab Blast. You have an email list you want to build, which we highly recommend, just because you don't want Facebook owning your list. You want to start creating some type of call to action that allows people to sign up for either something free from you. Always offer a lot of free stuff. 90% of the time what I do is just offer free. Give before you ask. And the neat thing about Postplanner is they've just added this whole option of adding your opt-in. So let's say you had something on your blog already that says sign up to be on my list to hear the latest and greatest. That's an opt-in. You can take that code now, that HTML code, and you can put it into Postplanner, and then you can put that on a repeating schedule. so that every week it's going to get pushed in front of your audience, whoever your audience is. And remember, again, you can use that targeting feature. It's not that sophisticated, as you can see, but it's better than nothing. It's better than any other program I've seen. So really exciting there.
Definitely.
Yeah. And this is my Lumi. I don't know, did you guys get a Lumi case for your iPhone?
I have not. What did you think about it now that you actually have it and you're using it?
I love it. I love it. It works really, really well. It gives just enough light. It's got a dimmer and a bright. It goes to its brightest, and then if you hold it down, it dims, and then you one more touch of the button and it turns off. Very simple design. I haven't even charged it since I charged it the first time, and I've been using it on and off for 2 weeks. So
very nice.
Really fun. It's kind of a gadget, but it works well like when you're in low light situations and you're out and about and you want to take a selfie. And it's a conversation starter too. You could be out and about, you know, at a store or something, and you and your girlfriend are taking pictures, and someone says, "Hey, where'd you get that?" And you tell them, and you go, "Oh yeah, I use it for my home business." "Oh, what's your home business?" And then
there you
go, right? Doors open. You can even put a little label on it. You could order from Vistaprint, a little label to smack on there.
Ah, very nice. This is true.
Yeah. So that's it. I mean, like I said, I love, love, love Postplanner. In fact, I put a reminder on my phone with Cozy, which is my family like scheduler app. You can have a reminder with some other things. And I just, every Sunday I get a little text that says, time to schedule your post. And there's data on their website on Postplanner. It says if you spend 2 hours on Postplanner, once you get the hang of it, you can schedule an entire like month in 2 hours. I'm thinking, gosh, that's what I need to do. And that frees you up to just do your organic posts, which are, you know, the ones where you're out and about and you want to intersperse those into the mix, so to speak.
Right.
Totally save you time, right? You can see that.
Agreed, and definitely, I think the like you're saying, the ideas about content. After you've been doing this for a while, you may hit an occasional wall, but you're like, really, what do I have to say? I want to say something new and different, and I feel like I've said it all the last week. So, you know, I need some inspiration for me.
Yeah, that's totally inspiration starters on some of those. Like Sue Edie uses the conversation starters all the time on her website, and she gets on her Facebook like page, and she gets so much engagement. So when she's basically priming the pump and building relationships, because I highly recommend you get a ton of likes on your page, at least 1,000 on your business page, 500 to 1,000. We'll say 500 to 1,000 before you even start to think about advertising. Okay. So build your affinity first, and then you're going to have an audience to target. And once you get your audience, one thing I have to say is I do see like people moving quickly over to their like pages and abandoning their personal pages. I'm not of the mindset to do that. My thoughts, you guys, is that Facebook is a moving target right now, and they're growing. They're young. They're going through growing pains. And I'd hate to tell you guys to just totally lose your personal page when most of your audience is over there and they're not ready to jump with you. Keep encouraging, inspiring them over there. Figure out building your like page using Postplanner, and they will come as Facebook evolves. But I don't agree with just shutting down your personal page. And some people say, well, I can't manage 2 pages. Well, Postplanner lets you do that without feeling like you're managing 2 pages. You can totally be efficient doing that. So I would say don't abandon your personal page. Just keep posting there. Use Postplanner to do that, or some other tool that you prefer, and go with that. But as far as that goes, if you're thinking of doing ads, that's a totally different beast. When you're ready to do ads, we can talk about it, because there's some, you don't want to go into ads just not knowing a ton about doing ads and just throwing your money out there. There's a science to doing the ads on Facebook, and I've learned a lot, and I could definitely teach you guys a little bit more. I don't know it all, and I can recommend people that do know so much more, but there's a lot to do with targeting targeting audiences is how you really refine that. So one, think about how to get your likes on your page by getting people to like your and comment and share on your like page if you have a like page. And then keep building your blogs. If you have blogs, put lots of your content in your blogs. Create YouTube videos. Video is king. Before we close, I definitely want to say of the different types of posts you can do right now. Facebook is loving video. That's right now. Could change tomorrow. But if you have video that you've shot of you doing a workout, or if you're a Mary Kay rep and you're applying makeup, you want to do bite-sized videos on Facebook, like 30 seconds to 2 minutes, no longer. And then you can point them to your repository where you might have the full version. So upload the short version to Facebook, give them some information, tell them what you're doing in the video, like in a post. Christine Dwyer does it really well. And then she points them over to her blog or her YouTube to say, hey, for the full thing, get it over here. Or you can also put it on Pinterest at the same time. Now, we're going to dive into Pinterest later on because I've learned a ton recently, and I'm totally moving over it to Pinterest a ton. Not abandoning Facebook at all or Instagram, but it's just most of our target market, you guys, is over on Pinterest. So we shouldn't ignore Pinterest. But so what I'm doing is freeing up your time on Facebook using a tool like Postplanner so that you can spend a little bit more of your power hour learning the other tools as well. So that's it. I hope you learned a lot, Brandy, and whoever else listens in.
Thank you so much. I definitely did. I appreciate you sharing this.
You're welcome, and I will talk to you guys soon. I'll put the recording up soon.
All right. Thanks, Joy.